I recorded this reaction earlier today, but then I got the news. Charlie Kirk was shot and killed, and I can't ignore that. Godspeed, Charlie. Now here's the question. Did this rant, this kind of rhetoric, help lead us here? This isn't just words anymore. This is a culture they're building. And today, we saw where it leads. You gotta see this.
Okay, guys. So I would like to start a new movement called See MAGA, MAGA, because
How about no?
people like that respond to fear and terror and aggression, not logic and empathy and, I don't know, intelligence. It doesn't work for them. So fear works. So if we all get our guns and use our Second Amendment right and our common sense, at this point this administration is begging us to rise up and revolt, and you see somebody with a MAGA hat, pew pew, that's what we do.
Evil is
That's
real.
the way. It's the only way. Put them back in their basements, make them scared again to be racist, homophobic, and terrible, just awful fucking piece of because I would way rather live next to immigrants than MAGA people. MAGA people deserve to be terrified and scared to walk in the streets because they should know that real Americans are gonna kill them.
Where the fuck do I begin? I mean, really, where the fuck do we start with this one? Because the shit has come to a head. We really have come to that point where we have to understand that we're dealing with insanity. You know, I heard the phrase a while ago, liberalism is a mental disorder. And I just thought it was just an insult. It was just uh, a way to put down leftists and liberals. But the more I watch and listen and see how liberals and the left act, what they actually do, not what they say. Because you could be a fucking idiot and say whatever the fuck you want to say, it doesn't matter. But when you put shit into action, okay, when you put those stupid fucking ideas into action, if you fucking idiots think that this is about what you say, no, you fucking assholes, this is about what you do. You're talking about shooting. You're talking about putting a target on me and my family. And you think that's going to make me afraid? No, let me tell you something. Okay? I'm the average, everyday American. I'm like you. I got to work. I got to pay bills. I got to do what's right for my family. I have to provide. I'm a man. I'm not afraid of that. I'm not ashamed of it. But let me tell you, I'm not just the average American because there's a lot of people out there like me. And what I mean by that is I've taken a lot of military and law enforcement training as a civilian. I've never been in the military, never been in law enforcement, but I've done some training and learned how to use my firearms and learned quite a few other skills too that I'm not going to go into right now. That makes me a little more dangerous than just the average guy. And there's a lot of people out there like me. You know, and the media doesn't show that because the media is not going to tell you about a good guy with a gun stopping a bad guy with a gun. No, they're going to tell you about a cop, and only if it's a white cop, taking out a black man and making like it happens every day on every street corner. We can't have more police. Why? Because then more black people are going to die. Fucking idiots. They're the ones committing the crimes, you fucking idiots. They're the ones that are pointing guns at police officers. Sirs, you fucking idiots. This is frustrating because the more I see people like this, the more I realize liberalism is a fucking mental disorder. We have to start treating it as such. You can't reason with a fucking idiot person like this. Because I'm wearing a MAGA hat, that's the reason? That's the reason why you feel that it's okay to go to that extreme? There's something wrong with you. There's something really fucking wrong with you, lady. And to put that out there as if there isn't somebody even more fucked up than you that's actually going to put it into action. You want war in the streets. And I'm talking to you liberals, you fucking assholes. You really think that we're going to hide? We're going to cower in our homes? Are you insane? I am not what you think a MAGA person is, what you've demonized. I'm obviously not a white supremacist. I'm obviously not a lot of things that you say a MAGA wearing hat person is. I'm a MAGA hat wearing. Let's break this completely down. Let's go through what this lady says because it is really important. It's really important that we don't just say, liberals are insane and then walk away. No, I'm going to show you, I'm going to explain to you why they're fucking insane.
Okay, guys. So I would like to start a new movement called See MAGA. MAGA. Because
First off, look at this fucking bitch's face. And yeah, I said bitch because fuck that bitch if she thinks I'm going to be afraid of her ass. But I want you to really pay attention to the look in her eyes throughout this whole thing. I mean, does this scream I've got it together, that I'm fixed in reality? Does this lady's face give you the fucking impression that she has any idea what the fuck is going on around her? You gotta understand, we're surrounded by fucking people like this. They're everywhere. We can't get rid of them. Why? Because we keep making more. But look at this. Look at her face. Look at her eyes. Look at her eyes as she goes through this.
How about no?
people like that respond to fear and terror and aggression, not logic. And
Yeah, not logic. Okay. Tell me, if you have a liberal that you're talking with, if you can get into a conversation, because usually they'll just run off. I'll tell you about this asshole the other day with my hat. But just try to get anything logical past the liberal. They will contort, they will use mental gymnastics, they will do the equivalent of la la la, I'm not listening. in adult size. Logic is not where what they follow. Logic is the furthest fucking thing away. I mean, it's not even on the horizon for a liberal. It's a mental disorder, loss of touch with reality.
Empathy and, I don't know, intelligence. It doesn't work for them. So fear works. So if we all get our
Fear works again. Okay? I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of you liberals. The only thing I'm really afraid of is the fact that you're really this fucking unhinged. And I got to keep my head on a swivel, not just for people I know want to harm me, not just thieves and murderers. No, no, no. Now I got to look out for you fucking blue-haired, fucking septum ring, fucking goddamn fucking lunatics out there, and you simp men, you fucking beta males. I had a guy the other day want to cuss me out and tell me he's going to kick my ass for wearing this hat. Now, mind you, I'm 5'2". He was about 6'2", good 350. But what he didn't understand or he didn't know is I know how to break very many things on a human being very quickly, no matter what size you are. So in that situation, he didn't understand he was the one that was in danger. Liberals don't understand that. They think conservatives are weak-minded people. We are the ones that are out protecting the public. Because in law enforcement, I'm not saying that you have to be right-wing, but I have yet to come across a super liberal police officer. They're usually very based, very grounded. And what you don't understand, Miss fucking liberal nutcase, is that conservatives can be very, very comfortable with violence. And they're better at it, much better at it than you. You're not putting fear into anybody.
And use our Second Amendment right and our common sense. At this point, this administration is begging us to rise up and revolt. And you see somebody with an axe?
Oh, we're the ones with the guns. You live in liberal cities that don't allow you to have guns. We're the ones that practice with them. We're the ones that carry them around. We're the ones that train with them. I'm not saying that we're invincible. No one's invincible. One of you fucking cowards could go shoot up a school, a church, shoot from the outside and kill 2 children. And you trying to say that that's a MAGA person? You're a fucking idiot. If you believe that, if you're a leftist and you believe that, you're a fucking idiot. Point blank. Let's just cut this bullshit out. Stop treating these goddamn children like they're adults. They're not fucking adults. But you see the difference between dealing with a toddler and dealing with an adult fucking toddler is I can say, fuck you, you stupid fucking child in an adult body. I wouldn't say that to a toddler, would I? No. But if you're up here, and like I said, I'm only 5'2", I'm actually the size of a fifth grader. But if you're fucking adult size and you're acting like a fucking idiot, I'm gonna tell you you're a fucking idiot. Stop choosing to be a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Pew pew. That's what we do.
Evil is
That's
real.
the way. It's the only way. Put them back.
Oh my God. Like I said, the eyes. Okay. Like I said, the eyes. Tell them. I just encourage everybody. I encourage every sane person. If you're an American, be armed. Okay? Be armed. Because there's fucking lunatics like this out there. There's people like that. The guy in North Carolina who just killed that young lady on the train. Nobody fucking noticed. Nobody saw anything. That's because you're not trained. We need to be out there policing for ourselves. The average response time for a police officer, a good guy with a gun to get to you, is 7 minutes. A lot of fucking shit can happen in 7 fucking minutes. Wake up. You are what's in between the wolf at the door and your family. Fucking lady thinks we're gonna cower. Are you fucking kidding me?
Back in their basements, make them scared again to be racist, homophobic, terrible, just awful fucking people. Because I would way rather live next to immigrants than MAGA people. MAGA people deserve to be terrified and scared to walk in the streets because they should know that real Americans are going to kill them.
Real Americans. Real Americans. I really just need to take a breath. We all do. We all need to take a step back and look at what we're dealing with and how we need to deal with it. We need to stop coddling these people. It all went wrong when parents stopped being parents. Just like when men stopped being men, they were told it was toxic. It was toxic to say, hey, you're a stupid child. You know when you're supposed to tell a child that they're stupid? When they're being stupid, but you have to define fucking stupid. You can't just call them stupid just for the sake of doing something that you don't like. No. You have to define it with the children. Let them understand. If you do this, if you do it one time and it's a mistake, there you go. You do it 2 times, well, wait a minute, now I gotta start questioning you and really watch you. 3 or more times, you're fucking stupid. Stop fucking doing that, you fucking idiot. You know why you do that? It's so that they can define stupid. So that when they hear it and you're not around to tell them, hey, no, that's stupid. No. They've got it in their head and they can say, no, that's fucking stupid. I'm not going to fucking listen to that. I'm not going to listen to it. That's fucking stupid. You have to instill that in them. But no, we stopped doing that. We stopped corporal punishment. You know, stupidity should be fucking painful. It should be fucking painful, but quite often it's not. Because trauma teaches. Getting your ass whooped when you were young lets you understand, like, I need to straighten my ass up. You don't you don't fight authority. And what I mean by that is, like, look, when your parents say, no, don't do that, or you're going to get an ass whipping, look, you know beforehand. So when you get pulled over for speeding, don't stand there and sit there and try to fucking out lawyer a police officer and not listen and comply. That's what gets you fucking hurt and shot, you stupid fucking people. The fact that somebody has to tell you that shit shows that you're fucking stupid. Fuck your feelings, you're fucking stupid. I'm just going to tell this lady, I'm going to tell all of you, we don't want war. We don't. I'm very much into nonviolence. I want nonviolence. I'm a truly peaceful person. But you have to understand, if you're not capable of extreme violence, then you're not peaceful, you're harmless. And that's what they want you to be. They want you to be fucking harmless. But see, I came to the understanding, growing up as the little guy, the one that's always picked on, I'm the one that had to fucking fight. I'm the one that learned how to fucking fight. So you ain't getting me to back down from the bully. Fuck you. And there's a lot of people out there like me. I realized that I had to make it so that when trouble came looking for me, trouble found fucking trouble. I'm going to leave it at that. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Especially if you think these fucking idiots need to hear that they're fucking idiots.